Good afternoon. It's 2 o'clock on Friday. Here we go again. Gosh, don't they come round quickly? It is the 9th of July today, I hope. Well, that's what I'm writing on my tile. Okay. And it's number 154. Gosh. Okay, so what have we got today? Apart from we've got a bit of sun today, so that's all good. And I have heard that you're all getting happy post, so that's quite nice to hear too. So here we go. I've obviously already inked my tile. I've used regular Brunswick water-based pens, and I've just spritzed it on a bag with that's all, and then dipped my tile in there. So just let it dry. Obviously you can see I put a bit of salt in. If you don't really know how to do that, I have got loads of videos that I've done it on, so you'll see, but you don't have to do it. It's nice to have something to start with, but if you want a clean tile, and go ahead, that's absolutely fine. You can do that too. So I do have my pen with me, my regular micron. I've got my tortillon, and I've got my pencil. I do have a sample of what we're going to do today in colour. I've used the Koi watercolour paints actually, which are beautiful. So I'll show you that sort of at the end. It's in my practice book and you can see how I've used that. So, all right, I'm going to start with a pencil and a deep breath. Oh, there we go. It's been a busy day today. It's just nice, isn't it, to sit down and take 5 minutes out. So here we go. I'm going to put some dots in. Now, of course, you're going to do this lighter than I am because you don't want to see this when you've finished. But if I go too light, you'll not see it on camera. So, it's quite close. And then let's draw in the line there. And again, I am using a different board today. That's because my Tangle board I'm working on at the minute is at home. It was ready for it's on my desk, ready for putting in my box for Monday. So I'm going to try and get a little bit more done on it this weekend if I can. But we'll see how that goes. All right. And down here. So I'm just putting my border in. There we go. And I've used quite a few colours on this today. So it's, it's got some nice colours on there. It's all great. All right then. So I'm going to stick with my pencil just for a little bit. Let's have a look. I'm going to start, I don't know where I want the top and where I want the bottom. I think I'm going to have that in my bottom corner. I'm going to start from here. So, oh, Joe, yes, they're coming on the show with me on Monday. So I have got them. They are really nice. Okay, bit of a curl today. Here we go. I'm going to stop it about there. Okay. Oh, Bernadette. Hang in there. Just, we're with you. Just, you worry me sometimes, you do. There we go. Hope you're all right. Okay, so I've got this sort of swoosh. It's almost like maybe, I don't know, maybe a bit of a wave, maybe a bit of a, whatever you want to sort of do it. Okay, just then I did the next one. I've come to a point at the bottom end there. So, okay, I'm going to come on in with pen now. Or shall I? No, I think I'll stick with pencil for a bit. Oh, it's one of those days, I think, today. I'm going to do this bit in pencil and we go over it in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to start on the curl. And I'm just going to put a line this way. Like that. Okay. There we go. All right, remember, you're going to go over some of this with pen, so don't worry about it too much. And then I'm turning it, because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to draw a curved line this way. Oh, you all been looking at the schedule on Create and Craft? I don't know, are there pictures on there? I don't know. I haven't looked. It's yes, it's quite a theme, isn't it, for Monday? Okay, you see what I'm doing? I'm just working it side by side. Look, just going. I'm not creating too wide a gap there. I'm just taking my time. I'm just joining. Now again, it really doesn't matter if they go a bit higgledy-piggledy or if you've got different sizes. That's part of the fun. There we go. All right. And same. And again, you see how I've gone a bit thinner there. I can always change if I need to, because I'm gonna go back over with a pen in a bit. So perhaps it's better that I left it with pencil and didn't do it straight with pen. And it's just nice working on something that's got a bit of different colours in it as well. It's really come out nice, this one has. There we are. Oh no, no pictures. Oh, exciting times. I could tease you and say I'm not going to show you anything. Oh, I know, Reed. You know what? It really astounds me, and I thank you, everybody. If you have ordered and you've not seen the pictures, thank you so much for trusting me. But I will show you some pictures in a little bit. Not pictures of everything, but I've got a couple of pictures you can have a look at. All right. So I'm just going to come on in and I'm going to draw those two lines. Okay. And then I'm just going to put a little curve on the end just to sort of round it off a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to, for this, I'm just going to add another line in there. So what I want to do is I'm going to follow this line. You see? And then instead of following the shape there, I'm just going to put a little bit of a curve on there too. Okay. And then I'm going to draw this one in. And I'm going to join this line. And then instead of following that shape, I'm going to sort of make it into that kind of shape. So they're quite similar. Oh, thank you, John. Do you know, I do. Sometimes it overwhelms me, the support that I have. I'm so grateful, I really am. There we go. See, I've just sort of pulled it out a little bit. It's about you now looking at your own and thinking, well, let's just change the shape a little bit and let's just sort of be a little bit creative with it. See, if I was to do this one, but if I was to do that, you see, it just gives it a nicer flow. All right. So, same with this one. You see there? I'm just going to bring it up a little bit. And then again, sort of round it. Okay. I know. And I got a bit confused with it to start with, but it's all good. It's all good. So, you see, all I'm doing now, I'm following the lines that I drew, but instead of joining this one, it's just nice to have a little bit of shape to it. There we go. Okay. And the next one. So, just sort of working it that way. You see here, I'm just going to bring it out that way. There we go. Oh, there we are. And then to this one. So again, I'm just going to sort of bring it round that way. Okay, you see how it's sort of working? All right. Hey, this will be good practice for that dragon. Yes, there is a dragon. There we are. That's scales and things. It's pretty cool, this one. So I'm just going to bring that up and around. All right, now if you want to do this in pencil first, don't worry about it. You go ahead and do it in pencil first. But you know, obviously when we get to the tangling bit, you want to go straight in with pen, but if you need to while you're drawing it. We're not going to worry about that today. There you are. Just take our time. Now, did you ever think when you started tangling, you'd be thinking, yeah, I'm going to be drawing a dragon next week? Absolutely. It's quite something, actually. And I know it's took a while coming because, you know, when you, yeah, I can draw, we all know I can draw, but it's actually making it accessible so you can reproduce what I'm creating. So it's, yeah. Oh, Kathy, you can already draw a sheep. All right, you see, so you've got this sort of design going on. And let's just address this curl at the end here. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to narrow it down even more. So I'm just going to ignore that line there. You see, I've not followed the pencil line. And then again, I'm just going to bring it a little bit narrower there so we can come to a bit of a curl. Oh, look at that. Okay, so whilst I'm on the corner here, I'm just going to put a curl in. And then just in places, just add a little bit of weight. See, I'm just thickening it up slightly. There you go. All right, and then same, I'm going to go this way. There we go. All right. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to work from this end. And I think what I'll do, well, now it's up to you. You can do a solid line or you can do little dots and dashes. You see I've started in the middle. And then I think, yeah, I'm going to go split that one up. You see? And then same here. Just sort of follow the curve around. And then, of course, just fill in the gaps. Now, I know I'm not going to go all the way down the bottom there. So that's okay. Just going to add those bits in. And in there. Okay. So, all going in. Okay. And then let's have a look at this shape. I'm going to give it a little bit of a straight line. So I'm working from that point. And then I'm going to fill that side with lines. And then fill that side with lines too. There you are. Okay. So let's have a look now. I'm going to do that on a couple. Let me pick this one again. I'm going to work from that point. See? And then fill one side and then the other. Now the trick to this is we don't want to have sort of a pattern forming. It's got to be like a random. So I'm not going to go 1, 2 and then do stripes here. I'm going to choose another. See, and I've gone that side and that side. So I'm going to choose this one here. You see, so we're going to use some different tangles in them. But it's try and do it random. I know that's out your comfort zone. Random's really difficult to do, so let's give it a go. Hey, look, I'll put one in there. It just sort of changes it up a little bit. It makes whoever's looking at your tile look a bit closer at what's going on. Okay, and yeah, I'm going to put one. Let's have one here. Okay, there we go. And then that side. Notice the closer together your lines are, the darker it looks. Alright, I'll put one here. And then that's it for that one. So if you don't want them to look as dark, you could use a grey pen. Or you could come on in and just do your lines a little bit further. I know, Leslie, that's why we're trying it today. All right, let's go back to this one then. I'm gonna put in a little sort of bubble there. And let's fill the space across. All right, and then let's do the same, but sort of slightly off centre. And then again, you see how it sort of works its way down. See, creating that little sort of design. Scaly, isn't it? It's got a theme going on here, I think. So again, I'm going to pick another. I'm going to go with this. I'll go with this one. Oh, decisions then, eh? There we are, look. And starting at the top. And then offsetting. And then filling the gaps. And as you're going down, I love that green, how it moves from that yellow and creates a bit of blue there and then into green. It's lovely how that's worked. Yes, don't be afraid to put more than a couple of colours on. I think we did count, I did 5 colours in the background. Looks fab. I mean, you've got to be careful, you don't want it to go too muddy. So, think about that. But they're worth having a go at and sort of do a batch of them, get a few and try them. Now, it doesn't take much ink, does it? It's certainly with the, when you're using pens, it doesn't take much. There we are, but the effects are fab. There we go. See, I'm just working my way around. It looks like fish scales, this one. There we go. So how many have I got? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the stripes. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do another one. So I've not got the same amount. Oh, I know, I can feel some of you now getting a bit tetchy. Because you can't count or put the same amounts in. I mean, by all means, but it's nice to come out of your comfort zone and try it, isn't it? Okay. So, into the next one then. I'm going to start in the middle here, and I'm going to pull out and put a little loop. I know we like this tangle. So it's nice to break it up a bit, have a change. There we go. And on that side. And then I'm going to just add little bubbles. There we go. Just on those gaps and any little spaces that are left. I'm just going to fill them in. There we go. All right. And then let's have another one. Into the centre. And then along one side and then the other. Don't worry if you can't get the same amount on either side, it's fine. And then just come on in and fill in those little spaces that you've got left. Look at the black against that colour's lovely. All right, next one. So you see now I'm actually coming in and I'm filling all of them. I am going to use just these 3 tangles for these. But if you want to add different ones again, you can add more in. Right. I know, Louise, I do like drawing these as well. And they can be so dramatic, can't they? Because you can add things in the middle, or you can, just have it plain if you want. It's kind of nice. You've got to have a contrast between tangles. You can't have all of them that are black maybe, because it might be too much, but then again you want some in there that's got a little bit of filled in maybe. There we go. And to the next one. There we go. So you see where, there we are. Okay. And the next one, always starting in the middle. And then going either side. And then let's just fill in those little blanks. There we go. Okay, just taking my time. One more. Okay. And of course, I know you can still see my pencil underneath. Possibilities of you're not going to be seeing yours because you've done it lighter than mine. If not, if you're going to use a rubber because you've got inks in the background, just be gentle with it. You don't want to sort of over rub. Let's have a look. There we go, look at that. Okay, I'm just going to bring mine in and just sort of get rid of those little edges a bit. See, I'm not gonna get rid of them totally. I'm just sort of lightening them off a little bit. There we go. You see, you just got to be really gentle because you don't want to spoil your background. Oh, look at that. That looks lovely, doesn't it? You see the contrast between the different ones is really quite nice. And then, of course, I'm just going to come and put a little line into each one of those. Oh, there we go. See how different it looks again now? You can put so many things in it. you could even put, you know, other tangles or grids in, or make them stripy. There we go. Just working, you know, so I don't forget, just one to the next. I'll do like that. Oh, Viv, that happened to me once. Oh, I hope you're all right. I ended up with a wasp in the car, and we'd left it at the airport for 2 weeks, and I got back early hours of the morning, put the seatbelt on, and it was not happy. I was going to add a little bit of weight to that. All right, loving that. Look at that. That's great. Okay, ready for the next bit? Okay, so I'm going to start here. I'm going to go a bit bigger so you can see it. There we are. And I'm going to work a bit of a curve. Now, you just want to watch this before you do it, because it's going to be quite a sort of a deep curve there, because what I'm wanting to do is to come back in it once and twice. Okay, and then I'm going to fill the bottom one in with lines, and then just add a little line there at the top. See? And then I'm going to put a little heart shape in there. But it just fits a little line. Maybe get 2 or 3 in. Okay. All right, let's do another. So there's no set space in between each one. Just sort of put them where you think you want them to go. And again, I've gone over the border, but that really doesn't matter, because we can go back and fill that later. It was only a little bit of a guide anyway. All right. And then into this one. And then a little bit of a heart. And then a couple of lines. Okay. And turning it round, I'm going to put another one here. There we go. So quite wide. Coming back, it's like a little bit of a moon, but then a smaller one underneath. And then lines on that side. A little line in there, and then a little heart shape with a couple of lines. 2 or 3, whatever you can fit in. Alright, okay. So I'm not measuring where I put these, I'm just putting them where, you know, I think I've got some space, or it might look good. I am leaving a gap for something else as well though, so don't put hundreds in. But you can, but then you've got space for the next one. Oh, it's all this secrecy and not showing you. To be honest though, I think sometimes would you rather me not show you what the end result is and build it as you go, because then that's the excitement. You don't know where it's going, and plus I think sometimes if you actually saw the end result, would you even have a go? I mean, maybe now, yes, you probably would, but you know, if you've not been doing this for very long and you see some of the artwork, certainly some of the artwork you're putting on the Facebook page, it frighten you to death. I'm not doing that. There we go. All right, let's have a look at that. There we go. Oh, look at that. Yeah, okay, so we've got some going that way. So I think we should add some this way as well. I'm not going to add as many. But I'm still going to bring the curve downwards in that way. Okay. And then as before, I'm just going to put some lines in. Let's have a line that way. And then in we go with a little heart shape. And I'm going to put one. Yeah, I'm going to put one in this little gap here. There we are. Again. It's obviously got the lines theme with it today, hasn't it? There we go. Just slip a little heart in there. Okay, liking that. So, okay, we want a bit of a space for the next tangle. Let's have a look. So let's go a bit bigger so you can see what I'm going to do. I'm going to work in this space here. I'm going to start with a bubble, of course. Got to be a bubble. I'm going to put a little bit of a sort of a little leaf shape. See? And then I've got to have another one, but you see how it's sort of going underneath the first. Let's do another. Alright. And then I'm going to sort of work in this space here, so I want to go up bank and create another one of those shapes, but see, they're a bit bigger. And then I'm going to do another one, but this time this side's going to overlap. And then let's have just a little one in there. And then I'm going to just add in a couple of lines there. Okay, might even add one there, look. Alright, let's do another one. Where are we going to put one? Let's do one on the other side. I'm going to go, I'm going to go here. So, little bubble. And again, I'm going to add that little sort of leaf shape. And then another leaf, but you see how it goes underneath the first? And then another underneath that one. And then we're going to create another, but it's a bit larger, you see? And then one on the side, see I'm going over the curl, it's not a problem. And then a little one here. And then I'm just going to put a couple of little lines on there. Let's have a look at how these are forming then. There we go. You see? Okay. So I think, I can get another one in here. I don't mind if it's going underneath that first shape that we've drawn. There you go, there's my 3. And then this is sort of going to go underneath there, but that's fine. It's just we know it's there. Might have a little bit showing at the top. There we go, a little line there. And of course, do I want to draw over that? It's so lovely, isn't it? And this, how it goes into that burst of yellow. But, you know, we've got to put some in, so let's bring one down here. And then, again, I'm going to do one. And then the second one going underneath. And then the third one. And then bringing in that leaf shape. Next one going under again, and just as before, see it's hiding under there. Alright, let's have a look. I'm not going to do anything there, I think I'm going to put one in here. Let's bring it in now, this yellow. And in we go, that one. Then 2, 3. Just going to join that. And then a larger one. And then another going underneath, and then one in the middle. A couple of little lines. Okay, I do like this, it's working quite nicely, isn't it? I think I'm going to put another one of those original little curves there. You know, sometimes you've got to sort of have a look around and think, what is it that I want to put in? And sometimes you can go back and add a few. Okay, so look. See, it's not looking too bad at all, that. I think, I'm going to put another one of those flowers in here. Let's get this way. 1, 2, 3. And then in there with that one. See, it's exactly the same shape, it's just that some are underneath each other. They're just slightly different sizes. There we go. Alright. Oh, I'm liking this. You see, I don't want to lose this bit. I can't like it. So I'm going to leave that. And that's thanks, Leslie.
You're welcome.
Cup of tea time. See, I've done a curve, but I'm just going to put a little dot on the top, see? Let's do another little dot. Another one. There we go. And then let's bring another one out here. Another one coming off there. Okay, these sort of little flourishes are the ones that, you know, then start to change the sort of shape of it and make it a little bit different. So it's nice to add a few in. And don't be afraid to go over the border and, you know, do a few bigger and some small ones. So here, let's just do a little one. And then let's have one here. Look. And they go in different ways. I'm going to do a really big one there. Just sort of brings your eye into that section there. It would look nice with zingers, Julie. I've not heard you say that in a while. Yeah, I thought it's all gone quiet. I thought you'd gone off them for a little bit. But no, she's back. Now this, if you don't know what a zinger is, actually these are the starting point for a zinger. I feel like I need to show you now what one is. There we go. Alright, so let's put a couple in here. You see, I'm sort of filling in the little gaps where there are places. But yeah, let's bring a couple of zingers in. There we go. So start just as I have done, little dot. And then I'm going to do what we call an aura around. And then another. See, it gets a little bit, I've not gone right the way around this time. And each time I draw, it gets smaller and smaller. So you just end up with little dots. There we go. So let's do another one here, look. Round. And then they get smaller each time. There we go. Oh, it's kind of cute like that. All right. Oh no, we don't watch that in the house, Nadia. No. Neither of us are fans, I must say. I mean, it's great that they're doing well. And, you know, anybody that is following certain sports at the minute, that's absolutely fine. But it's not for me. No, not for me. And John's not particularly either, so we don't bother. But no, it's good. You know, they're doing well. I'm not going to deny it, but that's it. That's all I'm going to say on the matter. All right, I think one more here, and then that's probably enough. Okay. You know, I feel like I'm that. I don't know. My tiles are going that way at the minute. If you think we did the little fairy houses the other week, and I don't know. Maybe this is the mood I'm in at the minute. There we go. So I'm just coming in now and filling in that border line. Okay, I think here what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it a little bit of a wobble. Hey, going off piece, look. And I'm going to put a little dot and an even littler dot. And then same this side, look. And then follow with a bit of a wobble, then go straight again. You see, it just breaks it up there a bit. I'm just going to, oh, wrong way. Oh, take out that little bit of pencil there. And then here we go, I'm just going to fill that in there. Just going underneath if I come across a piece. There we are, okay. So we need a bit of shade, and I am going to do this one just with pencil, but I say I do have one I've done in colour as well that I can show you in a minute. Or maybe 5 minutes. Okay, so let's work our way through. I'm going to start at the tail end again, and I'm just going to bring in some pencil down that edge, you see? And then while I'm here, I'm just going to add a little bit at the sort of bottom edge of those two, okay? And then across the bottom of that, and I'm going to do that with all of them, see, just at the bottom. And then this one. And then these. So I'm not particularly going in and doing a lot of work on them because they're quite small. And sometimes if you overdo it with the graphite, you might find that you end up with more graphite than you really want. So we can always add some if we feel you need to after. But for now, just picking on those. I'm going to go back and do those little leaves in a minute. You know, and you can afford to be a little bit darker as well because your tile's got a bit of ink in the background. I'll come back and do the flowers in a minute. I'm just going to work on a little bit at a time. Just focusing on you know, the bits that I've got to do. I might actually bring in a white pastel as well, or a gel pen in a minute. I didn't add that at the beginning, but it is your basics, so you should have them to hand. Okay, let's have a look at these flowers. So I'm just going to go around that side of that bubble and just a little bit in there, a little bit there. Okay. There we go, same here, look, just in there. A little bit over there and a bit down there. Okay, so it's not, they're quite small, so you don't want a lot of graphite in there. You just want a little bit that we can smooch out. Okay. All right, almost there. Then a little bit round there. Across that, down there. Okay, and then you can decide whether you want to shade, here we go, on the inside or the outside of your piece. It's entirely up to you. I think on this one I'm gonna go inside. So here we go, across the whole thing. There we go. It's entirely up to you, your choice. So I'm not being too shy, but I am using one of the creamy cartridge paper or cartridge card tiles, so I can afford to be quite rough with it. But, you know what you're working on, so you do your shading accordingly. Okay, tortillon then. Oh, Francis, thank you. But it's crazy, isn't it? Oh, yes, it started with a bit of a curl, and then here we are with something that's, yeah, still a bit crazy, but you know, kind of nice. There we go. So again, I'm just softening the edges and I'm not going all the way to the top. See, just sort of doing that bottom edge and letting it sort of blend naturally. A little bit of softening of that side. Again, when it comes to here, I'm considering the whole shape and not the design within it. Okay, so just softening it gently. Let's make it a little bit bigger so you can see where it's sort of headed. See, I'm not trying to follow the shape or the tangle I've drawn there. It's just about the shapes, the main shape around the outside. Again, not wanting to lose all the colour, just shading part of it. See, just giving it a little bit of something. There we go, just in those bits. So each bit, you just sort of work your way around, work on them as you come to them. Just turn your tile as you go, that's all. Okay, see that one there, just a little bit more. Oh, that's lovely. Do you know, I think it's the background inspires you, doesn't it? And you don't really want to cover it all, but when you do actually draw something on it, it's, oh, Richard, monsoon weather? No, you can keep that up there. Don't want it here. Yes. Goodness me. Certainly not next week. We're starting to clear out the new place. There's quite a lot of stuff there we've got to get rid of, so yeah. Okay, let's Get you out there. I'm just going to sort out this inner edge. So I'm going over the whole thing. There we go. Same here. Just sort of work it over, unless of course, see those flowers are popping out of the borders, so it's got to go behind. And so, I love that yellow. I don't want to lose too much of that yellow. It just gives it a little bit of a sunburst in the background. Oh, Joe, it's 15 minutes up the road. So we'll have to travel 15 minutes more when we go to the office, but it's worth it. It's well worth it. Okay, here we go. Let's have a look at this then. All right, still a few bits. Just going to come back in with the pencil and I'm just going to add some shadow. You see, I'm going to go over those. But these ones, they go over there, so I'm going to go underneath. Just going to add a little bit of shading in here. So you just ease off the pressure. And cut way up. Okay, let's just give that a little bit of something in there. Oh, I'm liking this, loving this. Okay, so I'm just going to bring in my white gel pen. Another opportunity for a quick cup of tea. And I'm just going to add in, oh, look at that. Oh, some little bubbles. Just sort of around the area. See, just sort of, it makes it almost look more fairy-like, doesn't it? And again, you don't want to have these all the same. You want to try and make some larger. Somewhere. Oh, Lorraine, is it your first tile swap? Oh, I can't wait till you get yours. Now, there have been some, I know there's France and Canada and Ireland. They've been posted today. I do apologise for the delay. I'd got them on my desk yesterday to post out, and then John took the post and I forgot to remind him to take them. So I do apologise. I know yours are going to be a little late. We're moving office. I said, well, we're moving office because where we are at the moment, we haven't got anywhere to do classes really. No, for you to be able to park, but where we're going there is. So that's why we're moving. So we're running out of space. Okay, so there's our tile for today. Now, of course, the colour's all in the background, and we've just used seriously a pen, a pencil, and a tortillon, and that little bit of white. That's it. I'm so pleased with that one. But I'm going to just put my signature on, and then I'm going to show you the coloured version I've done. Now, I did this with, we were talking about the kois, the watercolour pencil, the watercolour paints. They're not just watercolour colours. They're pearlescent, neon, and metallic. So if I just pull that out for a minute, here we go, look at my practice page, look. I put a gnome in. That's one of the Linda Chapman ones, isn't it? Love them. So there we go. You can see if I can sort of tilt it a bit. Let's have a look if we can get a bit of, there we go, you see, look. So they've got that sheen in there, look at that blue flower. So it just gives it a little bit of depth. So, yeah, there we go. So that's the practice tile, what you see, it's got the colour in. And there, I think I used pink and purple and a little bit of blue there for the background. So, of course, your background's always going to look completely different. And there's the one that we've done today. So that's the one with the colour, use the watercolour paints, and that's the one that I've just used the pencil. So you can choose. You can go completely with the watercolours and the colours if you want to, or you can do it just with a tile. So there we go. Of course, Louise. There you are. He's there, look. And yeah, no, I think what you've done, you've all been drawing them. It looks fabulous. But yeah, you don't need a stencil for a gnome. You can already draw one, so there's no need. So yeah, you can see how I've just sort of extended it a little bit on the page, and I added a few bits up here, and then of course this is from the Sape Flowers stencil, just going in with a few flowers there. So yeah, absolutely, they are, it's our tile today. I can't believe it's 154, it's crazy. But not to worry. So you wanted to see, now I'm going to show you a bit, but I'm not going to show you everything. But if I just sort of tilt my camera a little bit, here we go. And there he is. Now, what have I used? Now, there's your dragon. But the frame, if you've got the rectangle frame, you can extend it to create that. There he is, look. Oh, just think you're going to be able to draw him. And of course, then you've got the phoenix. Here we go. It's coming. There we are. And there's your phoenix. So, yeah. And again, the frame is, I've just extended it a little bit. So them are your stencils, but of course, with the phoenix, you also get a slightly different bird as well. And then, of course, with your dragon, you're going to get a couple of cute ones as well. So, woohoo, I can't wait for you to see them. So that's your sort of preview. So if you have brought them already, thank you so much. I hope that you're not disappointed, and I hope you're going to love them. But just coming back to our tile, there it is, there's our tiles, so you can see both of them. So have fun with this one. You've got all weekend to play with it. Certainly if Richard's going to bring the rain, then we're all going to be in because it's going to be raining, but have fun with it. And if you, if you're around. Chris, this one's not a pick of the day. No, I don't have many pick of the days coming up. It's, I don't know how it's worked or what they do, but I know I've got a pick of the day coming up on, I don't know, first week in August. I'm starting to work on the designs for those, some really fab things coming, but not for Monday. I've got 2 shows, 10:30 and 1:30, I think, something like that. So, all right, if you can, if you're around, you could be with me, that would be great. Of course, please send your pictures in. We do encourage, if you can, to get them in, and they show as many as you can. So, yeah, enjoy, have fun with this one, and let me see how you're getting on with it. And, imagine this on a black tile. Oh, my God. But, yeah, anyway, so many ideas, so many things to do. You have a great weekend, everybody. Have fun with this, and I will speak to you all again next week. Okay, take care. Bye.